How's it going, everyone? I figured I'd make a video here. Went to the Kutztown Antique Radio thing over the weekend, and I bought some stuff. Things I wasn't expecting to buy, but I bought some stuff. This here was a Hickok Model 890 transistor tester. It tests transistors. That's all I can tell you about it. Haven't even plugged it in. Don't know if it works. Know nothing about it other than it was like $5, and I figure it's got to be worth $5. This is a Sencor Handy 75. It's a capacitor resistor substitution box. I'll get a better shot here. These are carbon resistors, wire wound resistors, capacitors, and it has rectifier options for silicon and selenium, and these are electrolytic, which are like high value capacitors. And basically the way it works, if you want a capacitor of whatever value, you hook up your leads to here, you set the value you want, and connect your test leads in the circuit. It's used for troubleshooting. If you don't know what value something was, you just hook it up to this and kind of monkey with it and go, oh, okay, it works right there, and you put that value part in, and you're good to go. See, what else did I get here? I got that. Get this up here. This is a Heathkit 6-volt battery eliminator. 6-volt, 10 amp. It's intended to replace the big A batteries on old battery-powered vacuum tube radios. The other thing I got, this is a Scott SLR 12B. CD case here. A Scott SLR 12B. It's a military radio from the Navy, World War II era. It's got, let's see, big heavy shielding, bunch of tubes. It's complete. I paid $20 for this. I don't know if it works. I brought it in. I put it right there, and this is how it is as you see it. It's in pretty decent shape. I think it's fixable. I don't think there's enough wrong with it to, really be a big problem. It'll be a neat shortwave radio anyway. And but I think my greatest find is this. You still see, it's still got the auction tag on here. This is a Scott Always 15. The tuning dial's behind here. It lights up different colors for what band you're on. Let's see, what does that say? Static control, your RF gain, and I guess that's the volume. This should be your band selector. Oh, here it is. Okay, blue, you're in the blue dial. Red, you're in the red dial. Green, and then you have white over here, which I guess is clear. And I don't know what that is. A little button thing. It's basically complete. It's missing a tube here. It's missing the two output tubes on the power supply. This was also missing, but I had one. It's the rectifier tube. 15 tubes, and it's all there. Everything under big chrome cans. This is one of the better radios you could get. This was made in 1934, and at the time, this was a very serious piece of equipment. So, it's kind of like the Cadillac of radios, I guess you could say. So, I have to check it out and check out the chrome. Yeah, I got to check it out and see if it's fixable or how bad it is, and figure out what I want to do with it. But there it is. Never thought I'd have one of these, let alone two Scott radios. That's also a Scott on my bench. And just last week, I removed my Scott 800B, so I own 3 of them. I'm pretty impressed with that because they're pretty cool. Back into the CB business here. I bought a Browning Golden Eagle. That is a Golden Eagle Mark I. It doesn't say Mark I, but it's before the Mark II, so I guess it's a Mark I. Transmitter and the receiver. I don't have the correct microphone, so I'm using just the regular D104 on it, but it works. Had to do some work to the receiver. Had a missing resistor, some worn out parts, severely needed an alignment, but it's working. Transmitter needs a couple of crystals, which I found right here. I got them cheap on eBay. I got to see if they work. Let's see. I did a little rearranging. Put the 2980 here. This is a Magnavox 6BQ5 audio amp. A little JB12 modulator. Tram D201, and I bought a pair of tubes for it. Nice Soviet Union produced vacuum tubes, bought for $5 each. Can't buy American tubes anywhere near that cheap. It's my Cobra 148 FGTL. That's what I used to run in the mobile when I had a mobile. Palomar Digicom 100. Kind of a weird radio. You set the channels, you know, 2 selectors there. Kind of weird. Let's see, Sonar FS23, Demco modulator, Yellow Robin with a T240D, and Shakespeare 740. Basically the same radio. One's yellow, one's black. You know, this one's got a couple more lights on it. SBE Console 2. I bought that non-working. Got it working again. RF amp transistor and needed an alignment. That is the PAL VSO that I use with it. Kind of extended my arm up here. I don't know if that's in focus, but it's a fully variable tuner, so you get it goes from 1 to 37. Cobra Cam 88. Bought that non-working. Got it going. It's the SBE Console 5. I've got this cool static microphone head. It's a WR, what is that? WR20. The microphone, the crystal elements are dead inside. I want to put something else inside of this and figure out a way to put it on a D104 here, but I don't know. I think that would look cool. Don't know about you, but I think it's neat. I also have one of them. It's a T3. Element in it is bad. Trying to do something with it, but it's kind of neat looking, bullet shaped thing, you know. Had that for years. Just never did anything with it. A pair of Turner Plus 2s, the SBE mic for either the Console 2 or Console 5. Oh, here's a neat thing. A Philco battery. You know, what's so interesting about a Philco battery, you might say? Okay. Well, it says extra long life. It's dead. That's from the 1930s. Well, it goes to this. And what is this? It is the remote control for that. Yes, 1939. It has a remote control. And it's pretty cool. Back to CBs for a minute here. Tram Titan 2. Titan 1. Robin T240D. Or, I'm sorry, an SB520D. And a book. What was I reading there? Clive Cussler, Treasure of Khan. It was okay. It was cheap at the discount store there. Another project I've been sitting on for way too long. It's a Blaupunkt. That is a Telefunken AM/FM shortwave radio, German. Turner Plus 3. There you go, cheap digital meter. I got this thing when I went to tech school right out of high school. I've had it 10 years. It's a Wave Tech. I've seen this on eBay as a Chinese clone for, I don't know, $10. And this thing has never given me a bit of trouble. Not a bad little piece of equipment. Other thing I was using the other day, RCA WV77 vacuum tube voltmeter. It's a bit of classic equipment there, but it works. Somewhere around here I have my Simpson 260. Oh, here it is. There. My daily driver meter. That's a good voltmeter right there. But I digress. Anyway, the other thing. You can see I'm very well organized. Television set. A hand-spree, can't read that. I think that's like a 32-inch or something. Doesn't work. It was given to me if you can fix it, you can keep it. If you can't fix it, you have to throw it away. So I'm going to take it apart and see if I can make it go. And if I can, hey, I got a TV. Where to mount it in here. Let's see. We'll spin in my chair around my shop here. I don't know. I don't really see where to mount it. I'll figure it out. the other TV I have in here, 1953 Philco. Down a little further, 1958 Hoffman, AM/FM, or AM/FM console. The tuner side, turntable, AM/FM radio, tuner, that's the amplifier. This is the tone control, kind of gives you, bass, treble. These aren't hooked up anymore because they sounded like crap, but, the strings are hooked up, but the circuit's not hooked up. I bypassed it, it sounds much better. This is the same thing. This is the secondary cabinet for stereo with the turntable. Whatever finish that is. That 50s look. That's piece of insulation I gotta hang back up. Realistic FM tuner from the early 60s. And a Stancor Williamson from the mid-50s. It's a nice little amplifier. Or 807s. These will screw you up. They got about 450 volts on them. Grab a hold of that, it'll light your ass up. So don't mess with that while it's turned on. Speaker from a Magnavox that I parted out a long time ago. So there you have it, everyone. A little tour around my shop. New stuff, old stuff, things of all natures. I'll upload this eventually. See y'all later.